Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and welcome to today's session. So today we are going to discuss two very important finance current affairs. The first one is regarding the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India that has partnered with the Indian Banks Association to utilize the EBCRA platform. So today we will have the understanding about this IBBI as well as about this EBCRA platform and how the EBCRA platform will help in the liquidation process. Okay. The second news article is regarding the IDFC First Bank that has become the first bank to offer the real-time tracking of money sent abroad through the SWIFT platform. So this is very important. We will understand about the SWIFT platform and how this tracking happens. So all of this we are going to discuss in today's session. Okay. So this is very important from your understanding point of view, from the examination point of view. You need to have the idea about the IBBI and what is this EBCRA platform, as well as you need to have the idea about SWIFT platform and the IDFC First Bank that has become the first bank to track the money sent abroad. Okay. So now before starting with this session, do subscribe to the YouTube channel of EduTap so that you continue getting the relevant videos, and join the Telegram channel for the PDF of the session, and the link for the Telegram channel is provided in the description box below. So the IBBI has partnered with IBA to launch the platform for asset liquidation auctions. Okay, so IBBI has partnered with the IBA. First of all, what is this IBBI? IBBI is the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. Like we have the Reserve Bank of India, who is the regulator of the banks, NBFCs, and the RBI provides the regulatory oversight for the monetary system of the country. Okay. Similarly, we have the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. This is a legal body, statutory body established on 1st October 2016 in accordance with the provisions of the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code of 2016. It is headquartered in New Delhi, and it is providing the regulatory oversight over the service providers in the insolvency ecosystem. So IBBI is the regulator. It is the regulator of the insolvency professionals and the service providers in the insolvency ecosystem. It provides the regulatory oversight. It also is responsible for implementation of the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. So IBBI is the regulator of the insolvency process, we can say. Okay. So now the IBBI has partnered with the IBA. What is the requirement for this partnership? So first of all, let's understand a little background. So on 29th October 2024, the IBBI released this circular that the IBA has partnered, IBBI has partnered with the IBA. So first of all, currently what happens that the liquidators, see, IBBI, that is the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India, it is the regulator of the insolvency process, right? It is having the regulatory oversight over the service providers in the insolvency process. So Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, or the insolvency process, this handles the insolvency of the debtors. There are the debtors, let's say they are not able to return the money to the creditors. Now the debtors are saying that we do not have money to return to the creditors, so they can go to the insolvency process, and the debtor can become insolvent, and the assets of the debtor can be liquidated, can be sold to give the money back to the creditor. Okay. So currently the liquidators in the various liquidation process are selling the asset through various auction platforms. So there are different auction platforms through which the debtors' asset are being sold so that the money can be given to the creditors. So the details of a company's asset are typically made public only at the time of auction notice. Let's say that today the auction notice has been released, that through this auction platform we are selling the asset of this particular debtor of this particular company. Okay. So there is a very less time that is provided to the potential buyers. Now the potential buyers have to check the asset, that the asset is good or not, the asset, what is the geographical location of asset, or what is the properties of the asset. Okay. So this practice leads to information asymmetry because very less time is given to the potential buyers to check the relevance, to check the quality of the asset, as potential buyers have limited time to assess the value of the asset, often resulting in lower recovery rates. So now the potential buyers, they have very less time to check the quality, to check the value of the asset. So the potential buyers, they are not having the time, and so many of the buyers, they do not buy this asset because they don't have the time to check the check the quality, check the value of the asset. Many of the buyers take their hands away. The other buyers, they put very low value on the assets of the debtor because they didn't get the time to evaluate it properly. So this creates a lot of trouble for the buyers also, for the sellers also. Now the sellers of the asset, like that is the liquidators, they are selling the debtor asset. They are selling the asset of the debtor, and the the information about the asset is only made public at the time of auction notice. So there is a very less time that is provided to the buyer. So potential buyers, they usually are not interested, or even if they are interested, they are putting low value to this asset because they didn't got much of the time to assess it properly. Okay, so that creates the problem. So now what has been said in this circular? So a circular has been released recently that the IBBI has partnered with the IBA. So IBBI has collaborated with the IBA, Indian Banks Association, to facilitate the auction of asset through the EBCRA platform, which is presently owned and managed by the PSB Alliance Private Limited, that is a consortium of 12 public sector banks. Okay, so EBCRA platform is presently owned and managed by PSB Alliance Private Limited. So this EBCRA platform has been conducting auctions for assets mortgaged by the public sector banks under the SARFAESI Act for the past 5 years. So EBCRA platform is a very big platform that has been conducting auctions for the assets for past 5 years, and it has been said that the IBBI has collaborated with the IBA so that the auctions can happen through this EBCRA platform only, so that there is only one platform through which the auctions are happening, and the auctions will be pre-informed. Okay, so accordingly, PSB Alliance has developed a module within the EBCRA platform to facilitate the listing and auction of asset under the IBC. So under the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, under the insolvency process, there are some debtors that are getting like insolvent and their assets are getting liquidated. So these assets that are getting liquidated, that have to be auctioned off. So under the insolvency process, for that there is a separate module that has been developed. Okay, so PSB Alliance has developed a module within the EBCRA platform to facilitate the listing and auction of the asset under the insolvency process, under the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. So this is a centralized platform. This offers detailed information on the corporate debtor asset, on the asset of the debtor, including photographs, videos, geographical coordinates and such, so that whoever is the potential buyer, whoever is interested, can go to the location and can see the value and can assess the value. Okay. By enhancing the transparency and efficiency through the advanced technology, EBCRA aims to increase the bidder participation as more potential buyers will get the information, they will get the video, they will see the geographical coordinates, they will assess the market value, they will understand that okay, this property is a very good property. So more buyers will be interested in the property. So to increase the bidder participation, there will be more transparency and efficiency through the advanced technology that the EBCRA platform will bring, and this will become the centralized platform for the auctions that happens under the insolvency process. So streamline the operation, maximize the returns for creditors while improving outcomes for bidders. Okay, bidders or the potential buyers, they will be able to get to the actual value, they will be able to assess the value, and the creditors will be getting the maximum returns they can get. Okay, so this is the idea. So now the EBCRA platform will be the single listing platform to host all the assets being sold in the liquidation cases under the insolvency and bankruptcy process. Whatever the assets are being sold, they will be sold through this single listing platform. This platform will require the liquidators to list all the assets of the corporate debtor as mentioned in the asset memorandum. So there is asset memorandum, that is a document that provides details about the asset that are intended to be sold, including the asset value, the value that has been assessed by the team, the intended method of sale, the expected amount of realization from the sale, and any other relevant information for the sale. Okay, so this platform will require the liquidators to list all the assets of the corporate debtor as mentioned in the asset memorandum, including comprehensive details such as the status of the attachment, what is the status, how the property is right now, it is well maintained or not, it has been it is under the proper boundary or not, or geographical coordinates has to be provided, the likely date of auction has to be provided. So all of this has to be provided. Okay, initially the platform is envisioned to be deployed on a pilot mode, and it will be improved based on the experiences of usage. The full-fledged rollout will happen after the pilot mode has finished, after the improvements have been incorporated. Then the full-fledged rollout of the platform will be notified for the insolvency process, for the liquidation process. So the insolvency professionals that handle the liquidation process are hereby directed that they shall list the details of all the unsold assets in respect of the ongoing liquidation process on the EBCRA platform. So in case of all the liquidation processes, the unsold assets have to be listed on the EBCRA platform. The listing of all the assets should happen within 7 days of submission of the asset memorandum to the abjugating authority. So abjugating authority, it looks after the insolvency process. It is the authority that is looking after the single insolvency processes. So when the asset memorandum has been kept in front of the abjugating authority, so the list of all the asset within 7 days of submission of asset memorandum should be given. Okay, now the IPs, that is insolvency professionals that are handling the liquidation process, may use the EBCRA auction platform for the sale of assets on or after this circular. This circular shall come into force with effect from 1st November 2024. So it has already came into force. This is issued in exercise of the powers under section 196 of Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. Okay, so I hope this is very much clear. Now this is the first news article that we have covered, that the IBBI has collaborated with the IBA for the EBCRA platform, so that the insolvency processes and the liquidation processes that are happening, that should happen through the EBCRA platform. That will be more transparent and more efficient for the buyers, also for the sellers, also the creditors will be able to get the maximum returns if the process is transparent and efficient. Okay, so now coming to the second news article, that is the real-time tracking of money sent abroad through SWIFT GPI. So the IDFC First Bank has become the first Indian bank to go live on the SWIFT GPI. First of all, what is this SWIFT? SWIFT is the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. So SWIFT is not a payment system, it is a global messaging system that acts as a channel for transmitting messages between the financial institutions at the global level that initiate and confirm the financial transactions. Okay, so basically the SWIFT is a messaging system that, okay, the SBI is sending the money to some foreign bank. So the SWIFT is the messaging system to connect the SBI and the foreign bank to transmit the messages of initiation and the confirmation of the financial transaction. So SWIFT is not a payment system, it is actually a messaging system. It is the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. It is for the communication. Okay, now there is a SWIFT GPI. GPI is the global payment innovation. So see, SWIFT GPI enables you to deliver a transformed customer experience. Let's say that Ram of India wants to send money to John, who is living in US. Okay, so your customers expect the best. Okay, if you are ordering a pizza, if you are ordering a parcel, or you are buying something, you always track it, that where it is, how, when I am going to get it. Okay, the same tracking you also want to do. Now Ram is sending the money to John. When the money will be received by John, where, like, how fast the money will be received, or on which date the money will be received. So Ram wants to track the money. So the SWIFT GPI enables the customers to track the payments. Okay, so in the cross-border payment, the customers expect their payment to be trackable right to the beneficiary. So that's what you can deliver with SWIFT GPI. That's what can happen through the SWIFT GPI. The sender can easily track the money or track the payment, okay, until it is received by the beneficiary. Okay, the GPI tracker at your fingertips. So GPI tracker is at the fingertips of the customers. So customers can assess the real-time payment data anytime that the money has been received or not. So this makes the process more smoother and more carefree for the customer also, because when the customer is able to see that, okay, here is my money, or the money is going to be received by the beneficiary on this particular date, so the people are more carefree then. Okay, let's say that the money will be received after 3 or 4 days. Now I'm calling John, or Ram is calling John every 2-3 days that, okay, have you received the money? Have you received the money? So rather than that, the money being trackable makes the customers more carefree. Okay, so Swift GPI provides that. Now IDFC First Bank has become the first Indian bank to go live on Swift GPI. So for the customers of IDFC First Bank, the customers of this bank will be able to track the money that they have sent abroad under the liberalization remittance scheme of for your remittances that you are sending. You will be able to track that. Okay, so this is the brief idea. So the service is available on the bank's award-winning mobile application and internet banking platforms. So IDFC First Bank has become the first Indian bank, and that's why it is so important that IDFC First Bank has become the first Indian bank to go live on the Swift GPI to offer the real-time tracking service for the money sent abroad. Okay, so customers in India are used to digital payments through UPI or IMPS, where they can see the real-time status update that, okay, the money has been sent or when the money is going to reach and such. However, the same has been missing when it comes to money sent abroad. So you always had to call your beneficiary that, have you received the money? Have you received the money? So now, with customers expecting end-to-end tracking of their food delivery or even a parcel, IDFC First Bank has pioneered in providing the same for the critical service like the cross-border payments. And now you will be able to track your cross-border payments also if you are a customer of IDFC First Bank. So the introduction of Swift GPI services with real-time tracking is empowering the customers to have the complete transparency, complete visibility of their cross-border transactions. So this is the whole news article. I hope this is very much clear. The Swift GPI and the IDFC First Bank that has become the first Indian bank to go live on the Swift GPI platform. So this is the first question. I hope you will be easily able to answer this question. This is your homework question. Do try to answer the question. Okay. Now before going to the second question, let me show you the EduTap's website, where you are getting a lot of free material that is helpful for your examination, for your preparation. So if you go to the free material, if you go to edutap.in, if you go to free material, you can go to the blogs, and the blogs have been prepared for you in a very detailed manner so that you have the understanding of the examination, so that you have much of the clarity of the examination. Okay, so you can go to the blog section, and in the blog section at the end of the page you will get the exam information, the examination wise exam information. You can get like whichever exam you are searching for, like the RBI Grade B, you can get the exam information. You can even get the strategy, or you can get the success stories, that how the toppers have achieved their dream, how the toppers have used the different strategies to become the officers. Okay, as well as if you go to the main page, if you go to the courses, you can see the courses that is provided by EduTap. Like if you want to check out the courses of a particular examination, you can see that what are the courses, who are the educators and all. Okay, so this is it. Now this is the first question. I hope you will be easily able to answer this question, and this is the second question. Do try to answer this question. So these two are the homework question. I hope you have understood the news article clearly, and if there is any confusion, you can write your query in the comment section, and do tell me your questions in the comment section, as well as if everything is clear, do give the right answer of the homework question. Thank you very much everyone. Thank you for joining.